Ordinary man already told us in the 90s when he wrote it about World War II, when a police unit from Germany was sent to kill Jewish people, how the transformation from an authority obedient to a criminal can occur. When police officers who were just the normal police officers like you see over there by Downing Street can be sent to a train station and just start slaughtering people, and they did it only because it was an order. Same thing as Russian soldiers do now in Ukraine. Most of them, they don't want to be there, but they would rather kill Ukrainians than go to prison. Same thing Orwell wrote in 1984, the authoritarian regime that is going on in Russia right now, that all the media is censored. This is not normal, but this is very normal for Russian people. And they say we are brothers and sisters. We can have 100 Maidans in the next 200 years. Every time we don't like the way our country is run, we will have Maidan, we will have victims, we will have our men killed, but we will fight for our freedom. Yet they will be silent for 30 years. Since the 90s, when they got Yeltsin, they never voted for Putin. They never had normal elections in their entire life. And Orwell's, I want to read you the last quote from Orwell's Animal Farm. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which one was which. So these people, they look like people, but they don't behave like people. Bombing civil infrastructure all through last autumn. This is not what people do. This is not a normal warfare. This is not, like Putin called it, a special military operation, but it's a genocide. If one nation rages total distinction of another nation, this is genocide. And I would like us to chant so everyone around us can hear us. Stop Putin, stop the war!
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 Arm Ukraine as you promised!
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 And this promise is not something silent. In the 90s, we had an agreement with Britain, US, and Russian Federation that they will protect us from anyone who knew they were talking about themselves. I'm speaking about Russia right now. So Britain was the only one who stepped up the most, and since spring last year there were thousands and thousands of Ukrainian officers that were trained here in Britain by British specialists and American specialists later on. So Britain was the first country in the world who stepped up. Poland took all our refugees, most of them, because you can't imagine last spring when I went to Poland to see how my family is, because my family flee, my cousins and like their wives, my nephews and nieces, they flee to Poland, and every single tram in Poland has a notice on a notice board: free public transport for Ukrainian. Every single grocery shop had a big basket and it says, please donate to Ukrainians. And you won't believe me, I have pictures to prove that. Every single basket that I saw there, for all 4 days that I wore there, they were always overflowing. And the Polish people were saying, please stop putting stuff because it's falling over. That's how much Poland helped us. That's how much Britain helped us. So I would like to thank every single person who keep coming to these rallies. This is not a fun event. We are standing here for freedom, rain, sunshine. I know there's lots of things that you can do, like apart from standing here, but we are showing our presence to the public And we chose this location for a purpose because Downing Street is over there. Prime ministers may change, but our flag doesn't change. The people who come to these meetings don't change. And we are standing here for nothing but freedom. We never waged any war since Ukraine existed in our history. We never ever started any wars. You can fact check that. And look how many wars have Russia started, but I promise you this one. With the support that the world is providing us with our allies, this will be the last war that Russia will ever take. Slava Ukraini. Thank you very